So moving to a new country, and this is part 2, things to be cautious about. First of all, people are going to exploit your ignorance. Because you don't know the systems, people are going to take advantage. So you have to be careful with that. Even myself, I have familiarized myself with the law quite quickly. Now, I've been blessed that I do have some Supreme Court judge friends. I have some very, very influential lawyers here in Paraguay that I'm friends with. So I've been lucky in that regard. But I will tell you what people do here in Paraguay if they are trying to extort money from you. The first approach is obviously the anger. You know, when people want something that is not theirs and they feel they're entitled to it, you know, they first start with the aggression, which is normal. But now things that I've never encountered in all my life in the whole world, coming from South Africa, even living in Europe, traveling all over, here in Paraguay, they like to use guerrilla tactics for fear mongering. So they try to instill fear. They try to get groups to bully you, you know, to attack you, to send you threatening messages, to give you calls all hours of the night, because they're going to try to isolate you. They're going to try to make you feel weak. And it's not just my own experience here in Paraguay. There's a lot of other people here who have gone through the same things, where people are trying to force their way into your finances, into your dreams, into your life. And that is some of the things that happened in my life so far. But because I refuse to bend the knee, and I will never surrender, I will never just cower away and just give people what they want. Even people, you know, that just come into your life that you employ, you know, all of a sudden they feel they're entitled to everything that you have, half of what you have, in fact. But then, in the meantime, they've been robbing you blind and doing heinous things in the background, you know. Be diligent. Don't always just fold the knee. Even when I got stopped with police in San Bernardino, you know, and they tried to get money out of you, the bribes, everything else. And the one day they caught me on a bad day, and I refused to pay a bribe. Now a bribe would be an easier and a quicker way to get out of it, but I made them fucking dig out an ATM machine, a swipe, because I was not paying them anything. My job is to inform people of Paraguay. It's not all glims and glam. It's not all relaxed atmosphere. You can trust everybody. Majority of people you can trust. You have to trust your intuition. Your heart will guide you. Believe me, even at times where I was so consumed with work and I was running around and I tried to trust people to take care of other people, you know, they didn't. They took my busy schedule and me not being present and exploited that. Moving to a new country comes with the challenges. I believe that it is imperative that you first know yourself. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust your intuition. And the funny thing is, the first few years of me living in Paraguay, in the countryside, building my house, not being involved with the capital and dealing with people here, you know, I've been protected. But I've heard the stories. I've heard so many expats leave the country because of all these bullying, these guerrilla tactics, these horrible things that people do. Especially people that is exploiting people's ignorance. Because people are new, they don't know the system, they don't know the rules. People go after those kind of people. You have to be very careful with that. Even buying land, cars, signing leases, you know, co-signing. Be careful. I've even learned through trusting people that if you buy something, you pay it. And it's on somebody's cedula because of the warranty, they own it. So don't always fall for putting things on people's cedula. Put it in your passport. Put it on your details. Don't put it on other people's details, because when the gravy train stops, they think they're entitled to everything. Today is a day of truth. Today is a day of sharing and caring. We start the video off with first the truth of Paraguay, and then we will go into the beauty of Paraguay. And we will talk about the options. But again, be careful. You know, I've learned also, I don't mingle with expat groups. No. I help people here, I get them their thing, and people that is on my level, I invite into my personal life. But as for the rest, I just have to make sure people are safe, people have the basic foundations in place, and they can navigate life. What people do when they get here is their choice. For me, Paraguay is still a beautiful option. For me, Paraguay is still a beautiful land. It's got a magic about it. The people, the real Paraguayan people, are so in desperate need for change and reform, and you know, they want something exciting, new exciting industry, something new to make Paraguay shine. And that is what I try to do with Ikali, that is what I try to do with my humanitarian efforts, that's what I do with everything I do. Even if I stand man alone, and believe me, I'm standing man alone facing some fuckers, but I have a bigger team. I have the divine creator of all life. I have all my guides, guardians, guardian angels and angels. I have my ancestral tribe, and then I have a very small sacred circle of powerful friends. More than that, I don't need. I don't run to my friends for help. That's the funny thing. All of them were like, you should come to me. I'm like, no, I will face this. Through people's actions and through their words and through them running around like mad fools around Sosillon, you know, they're exploiting themselves. Me, I just focus on cleaning, making sure the guests are taken care of, making sure people moving to Paraguay is taken care of, making sure that people want to escape the matrix is well informed and that they have safety, that I can help them wherever I can, and that is my purpose in life. I'm not here to play with Mickey Mouses and people trying to destroy me. I don't have time for child's play. I'm playing with the big dogs now, and people need to understand that. You have to make a decision in life, what is important. You, your dreams, your goals, or is the power of fear stronger? With every new thing you're going to do, any new place you move to, you're going to find darkness and light. But you have to find your way. For me, I have taken this journey so that I can literally see the darkness and bring it to light. You know, that is why I am chosen 666 pal. That's my date of birth. And I have the biggest connection to the divine. I cannot explain it, but I am guided. I'm at peace. I'm happy. Some people might want to see me differently, but I cannot. I am happy no matter what. And everything will be fine. So stay tuned for part 3.